Oh my God, you guys. I just woke up. It's like, I woke up at 7 a.m. Put some sunscreen on. I'm out the door to go get some dogs. But you guys, we need to have a serious talk about actor etiquette in this town because there are so many unprofessionals in this town. I'm not talking about like the people that I'm working with now, but I'm talking like I know a lot of actors. This freaking one that I used to let come around and hang out with me and dated on and off for 4 years. He used to show up to set late, high on drugs, changing the lines, making up his own lines, telling the DP what to do, changing everything around. Dude, who the F are you? Okay? You ain't the DP, you ain't the director, you ain't the writer, you ain't the producer. Zero respect. People have just zero respect in this town, and they're arrogant pieces of shit. That's what they are. They think the fucking world revolves around them, and they're arrogant pieces of shit full of pride. Fucking losers. That's what they are. And like, if you're an actor, your main job, like, you're hired to do a job. What is your job as an actor? To show up to set on time, know your lines, know your action, and like, you shouldn't have to ask a million questions like, what am I doing? Where am I going? What's my action? An actor should know their action. Okay, maybe I'm just blessed because I've had a lot of training. Okay, I've been in this industry since 2003. Actually, I've been in this industry since I was born because I was a model and a dancer when I was younger. So I did a lot of stage dance shows, modeling, and when I was in New York City studying acting for 10 years, I worked on a lot of TV shows. Okay, for Investigative Discovery, for the Travel Channel. That's one good thing about doing background. One good thing about doing background when you get started is because you get to go to set and you get to sit there and you can watch everybody work. You can learn what your actor etiquette is. You know to be quiet on set. You know to stand still on set. You know to keep your mouth shut. You know to listen to the director. You know, like, if they put you on a mark, where your mark is. I fumbled that before. I definitely fumbled that one before. But you know what to do on set, and hopefully you have some respect for everyone else on set when they're working. And you don't tell the DP what to do. You don't tell the director what to do. You don't change the lines. You ain't the writer. You ain't the producer. You ain't the director. You're the actor. You're hired to do your job. If you don't like your character, then don't do the character. Or do it a different way. Everybody knows, or everybody should know, that acting is not about the lines. It's what's underneath the lines. Don't y'all know that? I mean, WTF? I don't know. I've been in this industry a long time. And I have respect for everyone else on set. And it boggles my mind when I show up and people don't know their lines. They can't focus. It's one thing to be so in your monologue that you forget the lines, but you should learn. And acting 101 is, if you're in a monologue and you forget your lines, you fucking keep going. Because A, nobody knows that you fucked up unless you're the writer. Okay? Only the writer knows. Only the people with the script know that you fuck up, but you keep fucking going. If you have to stop and do your monologue over 10 fucking times, that's unprofessional and you're wasting people's time. And how is the director going to direct you on your acting if you don't even know your lines? I learned that in class a lot. I learned that in dance class actually a long time ago, that if you F up, you keep going. That's what you do. Because nobody knows you effed up unless you advertise it. I learned that a long time ago. And I know about continuity. Continuity is when you're in a master shot, you do your actions. When you're in a master shot, you have more freedom to move around. You have way more freedom to move around. In a master shot, you want to look like there's a lot of action going on in a master shot. Okay? In the medium close-up shot, you do a little bit less. Okay? Because you don't want to be all crazy like in a medium shot. In your close-up shot, you're basically doing fucking nothing. You're doing the acting. If your hand went here, if you drank a drink, you're doing the drink on the line you said, or you're waving to someone, or whatever the fuck you're doing it, but you're doing it less because you're in a close-up shot. Okay? That shit I know. And it's really hard to keep track of your actions as an actor. Like Stella Adler taught acting is doing, which is great because it teaches you to get into a habit of doing stuff while you're acting, but you also have to know what your action is on what line. And that's why it's good to have a script and write your actions down on each line on your script, which I haven't been doing for this movie, because what happens when we go back to a scene that we shot in the way beginning and we have to replicate it? We have to replicate it, and we have to remember our actions to replicate if they want to get some pickup shots. You think the DP wants to go back and look at the footage and see what the fuck you did? No. If you're lucky and you have a script supervisor on set keeping track of all your actions, then they can tell you. But, oh, they're protesting. I don't know. Prayer. They need to spend more time praying and less time protesting. That's what I say. Yeah, you think the DP wants to go back and know, and if your action's wrong, then they're just gonna fucking cut you out of it and move on to someone else who does know what their action is and does it the same every time. That's what I do. I do my action the same every time. And I actually need to get better about like writing down my action and like doing my actions, because I've more focused on like my character and what my character's doing and stuff like that. But like I have good instincts, like as an actor. That's why Eric Morris, The Craft of Acting, is so good from Eric Morris, because his technique is so laser focused, and you focus on you, the actor, your instrument, to clear any blockages, get rid of stress, and rest and relaxation before you come to set. So you're relaxed, your nerves are gone, you're not nervous. Everybody takes out their nerves like a different way. Like some people just like talk too much, or some people just like, everybody takes out, you can see the nervousness in them. In Eric Morris's class, we learn resting and relaxation, so the nervous shit is gone. Like when you walk onto set, you leave your fucking nerves out in the other room, whatever you got to do to become that character, to get rid of those nerves so you can be in it and focus. And nobody knows how to focus. And like when you're in a scene with an actor and they can't fucking focus with you and they're fumbling their lines, and the camera's on them, like I can't look at them when they're filming because they fumble their lines. So I have to look away from them so that they can fucking focus. It's like, dude, wow. It just boggles my mind. I don't know. I'm lucky. I had good training. I went to Eric Morris and we focused on the craft. Okay, your instrument. This is why it's important to focus on your instrument. Okay, so you know your lines, you know your character. When the director directs you and says, no, the less angry or more emotion, you can do it, and without thinking about the lines. Like, I don't know, I've just had the best training and like continuity. And like I've waited 20 years to have a good part in Hollywood. 20 years. I started acting in 2003. 2003. I've studied the Stella Adler technique. I'm not a big fan of Meisner at all. I'm a big fan of Eric Morris acting technique because he focused on you and the instrument, and that's what I want to talk. I want to talk about instincts. Actors who don't know what their action is. You should know what your action is as your character. And that's why if you don't work on your instrument in yourself and your body and letting go of blocks, and you're not connected, your voice and your body aren't connected, then you're not gonna have, that's why Eric Morris is so good. He gets you ready to get ready so that when you're in character and you're on set, you know what your action, you know what your character would do. And you can make choices and you can be confident in those choices that you make, and you don't have to second guess yourself because you're in character and you know what the character's doing, you know, and you have to come from someplace. come from someplace. What was happening before? And you have to have good instincts as an actor. You know? Like, what would your character be doing? You would know best. The actor, if you're a good actor, you know what the actor would be doing the best. Okay? Should. Okay? And you can't depend on the director to tell you what to do. A director shouldn't have to tell you what to do. A good director is going to let you do what you want to do because you're the actor and you're in character and you should know what your character is doing. And you should know those actions. And it just boggles my mind. And then everybody shows up to set and like I'm only in 5 scenes in this movie. I'm only in about 5 scenes. There's 3 stars of the show. The main guy is Murray, Mr. Significato. He's the main guy. And then Carrie's awesome. Carrie plays Gussie. And Carrie's freaking awesome, you guys, because she was at the Playhouse in Beverly Hills for like 20 years, right? She studied there and was there. She's great. She came on this movie last minute, okay? She had like a month, probably less than a month, to learn the whole entire movie, and she's in a lot of the movie. And she's got a lot of lines and a lot of scenes. So she came on the last minute, and she has got a lot to learn. So she effing awesome. Kudos to her for coming in the last minute and learning the entire script. You're the star of the movie, and you came on a couple weeks before we start shooting. And Russell, you know, also with him, he came on last minute too, and he's got a lot of lines to learn. So kudos to him for coming on last minute. He's probably had about a month, less than a month to maybe work on it. And it's tough because, you guys, we all have jobs. You know what I mean? But this is why I don't have a life, because I work 2 full-time jobs, dog walking, dog sitting, and acting. I don't go out at night. That's all I do is dog sitting and acting. I focus. A lot of other actors, they're busy worrying about what their next job is. They ain't even focusing on the job at hand. They don't even know their fucking lines. If you've been cast in a movie for 2 fucking years, and you, like me, I've had almost 2 years to work on Mona. I've been prepared every time. If you have 2 years, you better have your fucking lines down when you go to set, not for nothing. Okay? So, kudos to them for coming on the last minute. And like, I get it if you're in character so much that a line slips and you need to learn your line. Like, that's cool. Like, because you're so in it, like, and you need a line. Like, that's okay. But, like, that's why improv is important and good to know. So you can just keep going and not have to flub it up, right? And they're processing again. More prayers. They need to pray more. And, yeah, and another actor etiquette is, okay, I'm only in 5 scenes. Have some fucking respect for the other actors around you. If the camera's not on you and it's somebody else's turn, be there for them. Be in the scene so that they can look at you, so that they can react to you. Everybody's so effing selfish in this town. Oh, the camera's not on me, I'm gonna go over there. And like, not even fucking, fuck you, dude. Who do you think you are? Like, I do my scene the same every time, whether the camera's over there or over here or over there or over there. The director, the DP might change his mind and say, oh, look at that shot. That's a nice shot. I'm always ready. I do it. And you know why I do it the same every time? Is so that it's in my system. So that when the camera does come to me, I don't have to second guess myself. I know what I did on what line and all that stuff. And if you're an actor and you're in another scene with somebody and the camera's on someone else, have some fucking respect. Because I have worked 20 years in this industry. If the camera's on me, have some fucking respect. This is the first real movie I've had an opportunity to work on. And if you're another actor and you're the star of the fucking show, you don't get to cut my fucking scene. You don't get to cut my scene. I had 2 lines at the end of the scene that they cut for some reason because another actor wasn't happy with his fucking character and needed to change the fucking lines. Who the fuck you think you are? You're not the writer. You're hired to do a job as a character. Change your mood. Change your choices. Okay? These are people that don't know how to make choices. Okay? So... And if you're on set in the middle of your monologue and you have to get a certain way, you should be that certain way before you even step on set. Okay? You should be in it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so much more well-trained and I take my job way more serious than a lot of people in this town. And you're an actor, you don't get to cut my scene. I'm only in 5 scenes. I only had 4 lines in that fucking scene. And if the director wants me to say the 2 lines at the end of the scene that were cut, that they might use because they like it, you don't get to cut my scene. Who the fuck you think you are? I'm going to start telling these people when I'm on set. Seriously, I held back because I was nice. I was nice and I didn't want to be a dick. But this kid was so fucking rude because the camera was on me. Sorry, dude. Sorry, kid. I've invested a lot of time and a lot of money and I have sacrificed a lot in my life. I don't go partying. I don't go out. I don't have fun. I do my job and I focus on my acting. Okay, I have sacrifices a lot for my career because I am a serious actress and I take my job seriously. I go to work, I go home, I work on my acting, I focus on the job at hand. I don't worry about other auditions. I want to do a good job on the movie that I'm cast for now. And if you're another actor and you're fucking jealous because the camera's on me, sorry fucking dude, sorry dude, you don't get to be pissed off and you don't get to cut my fucking scene. Who the fuck do you think you are, you little fucking prick? He's lucky I didn't say anything to him. He is fucking lucky I didn't punch him in the fucking face. How dare you? Who do you think you are? I'm gonna start telling these little fucking runts. Go fucking study with some world-renowned acting fucking coaches. And learn something. Learn how to be a good actor before you start fucking trying to tell other actors, good actors, what the fuck to do when I'm only in 5 scenes and when the camera's on me, you don't get to cut my scene. I'm so mad. I have to go get a dog.